If you think about it, in order to prepare for the life that you want, you have to do the background work first. It doesn't matter what it is in life, whatever it is. If you want to run a marathon, you have to train. Professional athletes, they train for the life, the goal that they want to accomplish, the championship. Same thing with us. Whatever we choose to go after in life, whatever we believe that God is preparing us for, guess what? There must be a preparation. And being single is an excellent time and an excellent opportunity to maximize your personhood, to maximize you being the person that you were born to be, the person you were called to be, and to do what you were called to do. What if you were called to be an amazing single until you're called to be amazingly married? But most people look at their life through the lens of singlehood and marriage. I am here for us to reframe that train of thought. What if we've reframed our life through the lens of purpose? So whether you are single or you are married, you are still living a full life on purpose. Living the life that God designed for you to live, regardless of your marital status. It is so filling to live the life that you were born to live. If you can maximize, if God can trust you with the seeds that you are sowing into the person that you were born to be as a single, let's talk to the women tonight. As a single woman, God can trust you in marriage. I do does not change you. Let's say that again. Many women are desiring to be married, but for what purpose? Looking through and living your life through the lens of purpose will maximize your personhood. So if God can trust you to be single and you living your life on purpose, killing it, then he can graduate you to another assignment. But I have a 22-day challenge. Master yourself. Challenge, yes. I have been doing this for a while, so I can say I have had some time to master certain areas in my life. Mastery is different from perfection. Let me say that again. Mastery is different from perfection. When you master something, you are able to understand its importance, its value, to use it in everyday life, and then to go on to another state of mastery. Let's talk about it. When you were in the 4th grade, you were to master your timetables, right? Once you master your timetables, 2 times 2 is 4. Very good class. 4 times 4 is 16. So once you master your timetables, you can master division. You can master algebra, and then calculus, and then trigonometry. And you're able to use the, wait for it, math that you learned in your everyday life. If you are buying groceries, if you are an architect, if you are building a house, if you are raising kids, whatever you are able to do, you are able to use the basic mastery of your timetables. Mastery is not perfection, but mastery does mean that you do understand exactly what you're doing in that area. So I am challenging you to 22 days to master yourself. Some areas we're going to talk about. Why is it important to master yourself as a single? Let me say this real clear. If you don't master yourself, you won't be able to do it while you're married. Because adding another person to the dynamic of your life, or adding another person to the dynamic of your life's equation, will not necessarily guarantee success for your purpose, for what you were born to do, where you were born to go, the sphere of influence that God created you for such a time as this. For all my Esther queens, Yes, for all of my Esther Queens. We are on a 22-day challenge to master ourselves. This is not touch your neighbor time. This is not a tell your neighbor, because mastery is between you and you. So there are certain things that we're going to talk about over the next 22 days. And at the end of these 22 days, we're going to pray together. Our foundational scripture, if you will, put my glasses on. Our foundational scripture is in Esther 2:12. The Bible reads, "Now when every maid's turn was come to go to King Ahasuerus, after that she had been 12 months, according to the manner of the women, for so were the days of their purification to accomplish." We're going to stop right there. What am I saying? If you know and you believe in your heart that God is preparing you for a new season, a new phase of your life, a new phase of your purpose that looks like marriage, where there are some things that it's requisite, it's required to master. In order to go to college, you have had to master your timetables. Before you graduate from high school to receive a high school diploma, to guarantee, wait for it, mastery, you're going to have to know those timetables. Can I say there's some things that you have to master in life before you go to a new season? Yeah. In order to master singlehood, to go on to adding a whole nother human dynamic to your life's equation, you have to master yourself. There are certain areas in your life that are requisite to be mastered. And these are some of the things that we're going to go over. Number one, I'm going to master me. I'm going to master my motives. I'm going to master my motivation, my movements, my money. I'm going to master my ability to move. Yeah. What about mastering ministry? What about mastering those monuments or those monsters hiding under your bed? What about mastering your ability to have a clear mind? What about mastering your mindset as a single before you go into marriage? If you believe that God has called you, my Esther Queens, to a new phase of life, marriage, then you're going to have to master yourself. And I am here to declare that today begins our 22-day Master Yourself Challenge. So what does that mean? On day 22, we're going to pray. We're going to do the work, our woman's work. On day 22, we're going to submit our work on ourselves to God in prayer. Yes. We're going to pray together on day 22, submitting our work to God and asking the Lord to bless our preparation as He moves us from one season of life to the next. I'll be back with more encouragement. See you tomorrow on day 2 of Mastering Yourself.